So for today's Windows on Wednesday, we're going to be visiting Windows 3.1 again, because what I want to do is do a direct upgrade to Windows 98. In this case, a technical beta special edition. Long story short, back in the day, I signed up for a beta program for 98. They needed testers to upgrade from Windows 3.1 directly to 98. And I said, sure, this sounds like fun. So we're going to revisit that process today. Yeah, so I figured, this might be a fun little project experiment, see if I remember the process at all or not. Now, the disk that I have here, I don't remember if this is the actual final build, as in the retail build, or if this is still like a beta release candidate. But I do seem to remember having at least 2 additional disks that were sent to me. So yeah, I'm not able to find them anywhere. So this is the only one that I've got. But I do also have the letter that they sent me with a product key and everything that says not to share it, blah, blah, blah. So yeah, I'll try to scan it and see if I can't overlay it here. But anyway, yeah, as you can see, Windows 3.11, Windows for Workgroups, this should still work, everything. I don't think there will be any issues with it. Now, I thought it was interesting that they were looking for people specifically upgrading from Windows 3.1 to 98. As popular as 95 was, you'd think that almost everybody out there would have it. My guess is Microsoft is like, well, there's a lot of holdovers. Let's see if we can do a smooth upgrade from 3.1 to 98 and maybe convince them to come, over finally. Also, if my voice sounds off, I apologize. I'm under the weather. Fever finally broke, etc. And I still wanted to get some video out before the end of the year, because a week from when I hopefully expect to release this video, it's going to be Christmas. And after that, it's going to be New Year's. So I'm going to try to get at least one more video out. I may have an additional video after this one. We'll see. Depends on timing and how I feel and everything. This isn't easy enough of a video where I don't have to strain myself too much and all of that, which I don't want to do because I don't have a whole lot of energy right now either. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this process started. So I went ahead and dimmed the lights a little bit just to make it easier to see the screen. Now let's go ahead and open up File Manager. I'm hoping I can just do an in-place upgrade and I don't have to wipe anything, because if I have to do that, then there's no point in doing this, right? So, but we'll find out. Windows 3.1 does not officially have an auto-run capability, so the disk won't just start up. So we'll have to go here. Please read the disk. All right, that works there. Let's see what the README says. All right, nothing specific about this being a beta or release candidate or anything, so this may in fact just be the retail copy. Again, I don't remember. I know they gave us a free copy at the end of the testing period. I just don't remember if this is it or not. But there you go. Windows 98 setup with a Windows 3.1 dialog box with the 3D effects. If I don't know if you've noticed or not, but why not? Let's hit continue. Now this is a 1 gig drive because it is just my DOS and Windows 3.1 drive, so should be enough disk space for there. I believe the requirements were like a few hundred megs for Windows 98, and I know that there were different options you could enable during setup, like a compact build or full or custom and all that. So, all right, so checking ready to set up Windows 98. Details that we have. Yeah, just standard stuff. I'm also going to attempt to do a video capture. I know I have not had the best of luck in the past, but we'll see what I can do. Maybe I can figure something out and get this process captured. All right, let's start the capture. Let's see what happens. So far, the preview window looks all right. Now, this is saying that there may be Windows applications running. I think there's just, we've got File Manager, so we can probably close that. We don't need it anymore. We've also got Director's Chair. I don't think I can actually close that though, but I think we should be okay. Oh, neat. Did that crash setup or Looks like it did. Let's figure this out. All right, we're back here. I disabled that CTL 3D app. Hopefully it'll stick this time. Hey, look at that. I'll go ahead and enter this real quick. Despite the fact one of the characters in the product queue was worn out, I was able to figure it out, so lucky me. 39 minutes. I don't think it's going to take that long, but then again, it's been a long time since I had to install Windows 98 on this particular PC, and it's also an upgrade, so it's hard to say. Nah. Although that could be a fun experiment in the future, going backwards. I don't really need that. We definitely want that, and that, and that. I want all the screensavers, excuse me. I don't want to create a startup disk. Can I not and pretend that I did? I already have like 3 of them laying around. I don't need another one. Oh, look at that. And we'll just let that run. I'm going to stop the camera because it's going to stop recording at 6 minutes anyways, and I'd have to restart it, and I'm not going to keep coming back every 10 minutes, so I'll just let the capture go. Hopefully it'll keep up, and we'll continue when something comes up on screen. And apparently it's decided to reboot on its own, so let it go from here. Of course, we all know there's going to be more to set up still to go, but this is usually where problems can occur during setup because it detects hardware improperly or incorrectly, or if a device has an issue on it that maybe wasn't evident under the previous operating system, it could show up now. So hopefully not. And I'll be back once this is done. And of course this part here, which I think I have nothing but plug and play devices in here, so hopefully this won't hang. And now it's looking for plug and play devices, which would be pretty much anything on board, video, the onboard sound, although that should disable, and the Sound Blaster 32. And all right, let's just restart now instead of waiting for it, because I'm a little impatient. Still using my custom DOS boot. That's interesting. And also, I should note that the capture still seems to be going. I don't see any glitching or anything like that before, so fingers crossed it remains that way for the rest of this video, or at least through setup here. Oh, we're almost done. This is probably going to take a little bit of time, so we'll come back when it's done. And that's it. Let's go ahead and restart and see what happens. Unknown monitor. How about unknown video card? I don't see this being 256 colors like it was under 3.1. Unless there's a driver conflict. Well, the sound works. And again, I didn't have a wallpaper in 3.1. I only had the background desktop color set to this teal color, which is, I think, the default for Windows only 5.98 anyways. So who knows? Oh yeah, default channel setup. That's right, active desktop. Oh, so apparently the drivers were not installed. What else was not installed? I mean, we know the sound was. And I barely have the volume on the speakers up and it's pretty loud. Let's close out of that for now so we can check the driver issue out. I don't know what this is. This is probably part of the onboard sound, possibly the game port, another unsupported device. No idea what it is. But this is interesting because 98 is obviously newer than 95, and the system originally came with 95, so it would have had the drivers for it. So why didn't it? Microsoft just not have drivers for that video card? No, they don't even have Alliance listed in here. Well, that's interesting. I don't remember if this is how it was during the beta process or not, but there you go. Video was not installed. Did anything else carry over? Camera 2 did, of course. Music Sculptor, that should just work because it's an application. Yep, that seems to be fine. What else did I have on here? WinZip, that should just work, even though it's a 16-bit version. Yeah, I can use this if I still want to. Don't get me wrong, it's good that there's a 32-bit version, but would you have gotten it for free, or would you have to have paid for it? That's the question there. Let's see the creative software. Still works. Although I don't believe there really was a difference between the 3.1 and 95-98 version of the software, so hard to say. This won't work because I don't have the ATI card installed because it's currently kind of sort of not working. That's it. I mean, I didn't really have much to carry over. I'm going to see if I can get the video card driver installed though, and we'll mess around with it a little bit more. All right, that looks better. At least the icons show additional colors than they normally would. Well, let's go ahead and set my wallpaper here. There we go. Much better. So, we've got the video drivers working again, and I still don't know what these mystery devices are, but I'm pretty sure they're related to the old sound card. It's not fully disabled. It's turned off in the BIOS, but it doesn't completely, really, totally disable it, especially the game port. So I'm just going to ignore them. I don't care. So yeah, there we go. That should be enabled. I'm not sure why they never enable that, but whatever. Same thing here. And no. But yeah, so the upgrade otherwise was pretty straightforward. We did have that little crash earlier, but that was to do with a technically a third-party utility to kind of enhance dialog boxes in 3.1, give them a little bit more of a modern look to them. So I took care of that, and we should be good to go. As we already saw earlier, we tested some of the applications that carried over. They seem to work just fine. I did get the warning with WinZip again because it's the 16-bit version and running a 32-bit operating system. So, not a big deal. I don't know if I had any other applications on here. Not anymore. Let's see. Oh yeah, there was a few other things in here. These will probably run, but only in DOS mode. We won't worry about those. Although, let's see if we can actually play these games. I don't hear any sound. Let's just quit and we'll go back to the settings just in case I need to readjust some of the sound settings. That's the other thing about DOS games is they don't always quit. I could set up a shortcut for that though, but I'm lazy. All right. Let's see what happens. Oh, there we go. Yep, that's working. Let's go back. That's not going to work because this is Arctic Adventure and it requires a utility to slow the CPU down, which will probably not work in Windows, so we'll ignore that. You have the Tomb Raider, but that's got the patch applied to it for Voodoo, which I don't currently have installed, so we can't really test that. Maybe we can, but... Oh, Win32 apps, free cell. Now, if I remember correctly, 98 already comes with it. Well, let's see if this version runs. And it does. Neat. PaintShop Pro, this was the 16-bit version. And yeah, it seems to run. Or maybe this was a 32-bit version, because I might have installed it after the Win32s. I don't remember. Let me launch this again. Doesn't really say, so... Doesn't matter though either. Let's try one more thing for good measure and then wrap this up. Let's see if Sparta will run. It's looking for MW on deal. Probably because it has a Windows 98 version of it somewhere and it was removed for compatibility reasons, but it's going to keep coming up, isn't it? Alright, had enough of that. And that's basically it, I think. I don't know if there's really anything else we need to look at. It carried everything else over. The time is close enough. The trash can app is still running. There we go. So yeah, so the upgrade was, again, other than the little glitch we had earlier and the fact that the video drivers were not installed, because apparently not included. And yes, I did also check the Windows 98 installation media, and it did not have them either. There's a drivers folder on here that contains additional drivers that, for whatever reason, don't get installed. And if you go to display, ATI, Cirrus Logic, Cyrix, IGS Matrix, NEC, Neomagic, S3, S-Motion, STB, Trident, and just general VGA. Nothing for Alliance. So I guess I just didn't have any 98 approved drivers for it. I mean, technically I'm even using the 95 drivers. So yeah, interesting. PowerVR drivers, though, if you have an NEC PowerVR card, or any card that's got the NEC PowerVR chip on there. So yeah, like I said, the process overall was relatively painless. Obviously, during the beta phase, I would have reported back to Microsoft saying, hey, I didn't install the video driver. Not sure why it's not included. I really don't remember if I heard back from them or not, or if I even had the issue in the first place. That's it, though. I mean, this was pretty painless. Now, I'm not going to sit there and say that it was this easy for everybody and just, painless, but at least in this situation, it was. Maybe in the future, I'll see if I can try to dig up some beta copies of 98, see if we can do an upgrade from stock 3.1 over to it. We'll see. But for now, I think I'm just going to wrap this thing up. So just a few extra notes about the channel. I still have to come up with some sort of 1,000 subscriber video, like a thank you video or what have you. I just don't know what to do for it. So I don't want to just throw one out there just to throw one out there. I also have various other projects I have been working on. If we pan the camera down below here, you'll see that I'm still working on the Toshiba. I did finally get some polarizer film in for the screen. I really, really hope it's the correct one. And the other thing we need to look at is that right over there. That is the ThinkPad shell right there that I've been gluing back together. I'll have an update video on that at some point going forward, but for now I'm not going to discuss it too much. And a bunch of other stuff, as well as a video on the 3D printer that I recently acquired. So if you guys want to stick around for that, I'll have that out soon. I may have that up before the end of the year even. So that's it, though. I mean, did you guys go through something similar? Were you guys part of the 3.1 and 98 beta program? So leave some comments down below. Otherwise, thanks all. Catch you later.